It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. We all love the Zonday. It's our fair part show.
Oh yeah. Are you ready, gang? Chocolate Rain. The Off-Air podcast is back where it is again. Chocolate Rain.
Yeah, so look, there's been a bit of a Chocolate Rain wormhole this morning ever since I believe I mentioned it at what was it like
8:15.
8:15 in the morning. The last hour has just been all of us singing it.
We should say, first of all, introduce ourselves. I'm Liam. We also have Ben here.
G'day.
Belle.
Hello.
And producer Andy.
Present.
Chocolate Rain, obviously one of the biggest videos on YouTube for a very long time. I feel like it was one of the originals, one of the OGs. Belle, you'd never seen it before.
Yeah, weird, because I grew up the same year as you guys, and I thought I was across most things on YouTube, 2007, 2008, but no, this
It was around the time. Do you remember there was that German guy, like, Maya?
Yeah. That, and do you remember Fred?
Which one's Fred?
Fred, where it was like basically just a video of the guy just sped up his voice, and he was like, "Hey guys, I'm Fred," and then just like went around his house and stuff.
Do you remember Charlie Bit Me? Charlie
Yes.
Bit Me.
Do you
What
remember
about
shoes? Oh my god, shoes.
Is that what's his name? Is it Fred's
Fred?
Jeffree Star? Is it Jeffree Star?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Does the makeup tutorials?
But is that the one that did the shoes?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, maybe, yeah.
Different
Anyway,
guy,
it
maybe.
was that and the Charlie the Unicorn or whatever, and
Yeah. Oh, my freaking kidney. It's all like videos that you show.
salad fingers. Oh
Yeah,
the list goes on.
I like rusty spoons. Yeah, and
Salad
then
fingers.
there's also
Do you
there's also what's this Milford cubicle?
Do you remember? So it's like, I like pie. And then it's like, when you come back, bring pie.
Remember, there's you kick my dog. You come into my house and you kick my dog. That was real funnyjunk.com. Andy,
Ooh,
what's
Funny
one of,
Junk was
what's one of your favourite
Dark waters.
videos from like
The old
2000s?
Flash videos. I'm a little bit older than you guys, so I used to like Burnt Face Man. I don't know if you remember Burnt
know who
Face
that
Man
Or is that the guy that jumps out when the car's driving around the bend and he goes,
the car ad?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, that really scared me. That
was
Yeah.
horrible.
What's
petrified
Burnt
me.
Face Man?
It's like one of those Flash cartoons.
Oh, okay.
What was great though, you remember how when we first when I joined your team and we all realised we all went to the same barber?
Yeah.
And the old cameraman Cam used to as well, and it was this great coincidence. It's like there was an off-the-cuff Chocolate Rain mention, and we all realised that we were independently of each other.
Well, I'm glad
massive Zonday fans.
Because Liam mentioned that the whole reason it started, you hear it in the actual podcast, was Liam was doing an impression of Kylie.
Yeah, we're talking about Kylie Jenner, and she has her famous "Rise and Shine."
Rise and shine.
But yeah,
I
Liam
don't
did
know
it.
how it got to that.
And then that to me just made me think of Chocolate Rain. And then
Rise and shine.
I said that and was like, oh, and then you didn't know who that was, Bill. So I was like, oh, is that a weird reference? But then I could see Andy losing it in the producer booth. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, at least people know who he is.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
if Andy knows, then everyone knows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
it was-
my Zonday love runs deeper than most of
Yeah,
it.
the fact that you knew his name was impressive.
Day Zonday. It's so funny. People like if you go onto that video, even like to this day, people are like commenting like 4 minutes ago. You know what I mean? Like someone else in the world is also watching it at the same
Well,
time.
it did like it had made a roaring comeback a couple of years ago when all the race riots were happening in America, because
Yeah,
essentially
right.
like if you read the lyrics, it's about like
Oh, really?
African American.
It's
I
sort of
would
it
love
seems
For people to go to that video. You know, sometimes when you go to YouTube videos and it's like, oh, like Rick and Morty sent me here. I'd love for people to go to that video now.
yeah.
And say the Ben, Liam and Bell off-air podcast sent me here.
me here.
'Cause people would have no idea what that is.
Yeah, and
That's
then
true.
maybe we'd win a few more Tay Zonday fans over and get them to listen to the podcast.
That's who we really want.
What's your favourite lyric? For me, it's pitching a tent and saying that the world will be dry. You know, I think what Tay's really saying there is that it's not all that it seems, and there are powers that be that are trying to control, and they're trying to sell us an ideal that is not real. And
I would say that lyric means
yes.
you're only doing something really, really small and actually not really trying, and then claiming that
this
it's
is the
saving
thing.
everything.
With the body of work that Tay has produced, a lot of scholars will have different views, and that's really the beauty of the art, because it's a thinking piece, isn't it? Andy, what about yourself?
Chocolate Rain, history quickly crashing through your veins is
the idea of the history, the weight on the shoulders.
I think it's,
running,
I think it's a nod to the drug epidemic sweeping the world. I think he's saying
it's got like 8 meanings in one line.
Yeah, and a lot of lyrical content from Zonday sort of rings true to this day, and that's when you have an artist who's bringing this out in the mid 2000s and it's still poignant, relevant. It still has weight, it's still relevant. That is the true sign of a great song, I feel. Ben, is there a lyric that sort of rings true for you? One that you might get a tattoo of, potentially in cursive on your arm?
I would probably go Chocolate Rain raised your neighborhood insurance rates. Yes. I feel like, the rates at the moment are going up.
No, I think the best tattoo lyric that you could get would be Chocolate Rain, angels cry to the shame.
Whoa.
Sorry, but I feel like you kind of just brush past that. I thought I was kind of doing mine and you kind of cut me off a little bit.
Yeah, Ben's a good one, because again, it's about the way that they target African American neighborhoods in America. And he punches you right within the eye in that one. Yeah. Like the history through your veins is like it's a bit of an allegory, but your one, he's just literally saying it.
I also think we haven't even really touched on the performance aspect. If you've had the pleasure of seeing Tay Zonday perform his original Chocolate Rain on YouTube, you'll see that he's obviously got quite a deep sort of bellowing voice. But to produce that, he needs to suck in a lot more air than the average singer. Most of the time, if you're looking at a video of, I don't know, Kelly Clarkson, she's just singing into the microphone. Same with Adele, Lady Gaga. Not Tay Zonday. He'll sing a bar and then he'll go to the side of the microphone and gasp some air in before continuing to sing.
It even says on the video, one of the things I always remember about it is at the very start of it, because obviously people were questioning it in the comments.
Like, why are you doing that?
He's put in like a really dodgy graphic that says, I lean off mic to take deep breaths.
Yes.
Aww,
did you guys also get outraged about the Rolling Stone 200 best singers list?
This is true.
They avoided Zonday. All of those singers, and Freddie Mercury's great, but just when you listen to a Queen song and he breathes into the mic, he really winds me up. I've never heard Tay Zonday do that.
Farouk Bulsara, that freaking Freddie Mercury. Yeah. He's not anywhere near the vocalist that Tay Zonday is. Also, what I would say is Aretha Franklin, pretty good. Carole King was writing most of her songs. Tay Zonday, he has not only written this, recorded this, produced this, he's done his own social media, he's put it out on YouTube. He's really a self-made artist.
There is a line in Chocolate Rain. Chocolate Rain, seldom mentioned on the radio, and I would say touche. Zonday.
Sorry,
we are mentioning it.
Ben must have not put his headphones in, and he thought, I'm going to cut out here and just listen to some. We all need to do it sometime.
We've got these brand new studios, and it's got a Chocolate Rain designated fader that just must have drifted up there.
No, if you must know, what I was doing was I thought I'd get up the Chocolate Rain by Tay Zonday instrumental, the karaoke, because I thought maybe Liam might want to perform a little bit this morning.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would, like a lot of people say cover acts. I don't really like cover act. I more prefer the term tribute performer. So I actually do parties. I do Tay Zonday tributes.
It's coming up now if you want to sing it. Ready? Go.
Sorry, no. Just give me a second.
Do you want me to count you in?
Yeah. Just let me count in.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Chocolate rain.
Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. A baby born will die before the sin. Chocolate rain. The school books say it can't be here again. Chocolate rain. The prisons make you wonder where it went. Chocolate rain. Build a tent and say the well is dry. My favorite line. Chocolate rain. Zoom the camera out and see the light. Chocolate rain. A forecast to be falling yesterday. Chocolate rain. Only in the past is what they say. Chocolate rain. Raise your neighborhood insurance rates. Chocolate rain. Makes us happy living in a gate. Chocolate rain. Make me cross the street the other day. Chocolate rain. Made you turn your head the other way. Chocolate rain. History quickly crashing through your veins. Chocolate rain. Using you to fall back down again. Chocolate rain. History quickly crashing through your veins. Chocolate rain. Using you to fall back down again. Chocolate rain. Seldom mentioned on the radio. Chocolate rain. It's the fear your leaders cold control. Chocolate rain. Worse than swearing, worse than calling names. Chocolate rain. Say it publicly and you're insane. Chocolate rain. No one wants to hear about it now. Chocolate rain. Wish real hard it goes away somehow. Chocolate rain. Makes the best of friends. I feel like it's flowing. We're only halfway there. Little chocolate rain. But did they know each other? Like chocolate rain.
Every February washed away.
Chocolate rain. Stays behind as colors celebrate. Chocolate rain. The same grind has a higher price to pay. Chocolate rain.
I want you to do the entire song.
The judge and jury swear it's not the face. Chocolate rain. History quickly crashing through your veins. Chocolate rain. Sing it with me. Using you to fall back down again. Chocolate rain.
You're out of time.
History quickly crashing through your veins.
Chocolate rain.
Using you to fall back down again. Chocolate rain. Dirty secrets of economy. Chocolate rain. Turns that body into GDP. Chocolate rain. The bulker blames the baby's DNA. Chocolate rain. But test scores are how much the parents make. Chocolate rain. Flipping cars in France the other night. Chocolate rain. Cleans the sewers out beneath Mumbai. Chocolate rain. Across the world and back it's all the same. Chocolate rain. Angels cry and shake their heads in shame. Chocolate rain. Lifts the ark of paradise in sin. Chocolate rain. Which part do you think you're living in? Chocolate rain. More than much and more than passing law. Chocolate rain. Remake how we got to where we are. Chocolate rain. History quickly crashing through your veins. Chocolate rain. Using you to fall back down again.
Chocolate rain.
History quickly crashing through your veins. Chocolate rain. Wish you fall back down again.
Nice.
That was Liam Stapleton, tribute performer, Tay Zonday. Chocolate Rain, available for birthdays, bar mitzvahs, weddings. Do it all.